Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Marvel Monday, and what a glorious Marvel Monday it is! I have to say, this is the Marvel Monday I'm most excited about, and it's because of a recent dev update we got last Thursday, and then another one we just got yesterday on Sunday. I am so excited for these changes, and you probably are too if you've read them, but I'm going to read them for you guys if you haven't, so don't worry. Just sit back, relax, prepare to be excited. I have to say, unfortunately, like many of you guys, I've been playing a little bit less Marvel Heroes than I was before because it does feel like a bit of a grind, right? You finish a story level 25, it's kind of a grind after that. There's not quite enough to look forward to, just not enough exciting changes. But my faith has been restored. I am excited once again for the game. Gazillion has reminded us why we love them so much, and a lot of the features that they were talking to us about before the game came out, it looks like they're talking about again. They're actually working on it, and I think Marvel Heroes is headed in a really good direction. The only thing I really am upset about is that Marvel Heroes was released so soon, because if these things were in it, oh my god. So let's go through it, okay? They say some small things up here. We'll go through all of it though. They worked on buffing many heroes. And in yesterday's post, which will also be linked in the description, they go over more specifics on the heroes, but they won't have the exact changes until the patch notes, they said. But they say some minor buffs, some medium buffs, and some big buffs. An example of the big buff they gave was Spider-Man's ultimate's going to do 3 times as much damage, penetrate boss tenacity so you can stun bosses, and make sure that the 100% dodge is working because it hasn't been working. It's been kind of buggy. They also say they worked on the defense issue. That's something they've been working on a lot. Defense just doesn't do enough. They made it so that some of the skills that provide defense work better now. Started work to add percent damage reduction to attached to the durability attribute. So a lot of defense changes. Hopefully defense will be working a lot better in the future. But here comes the exciting part. They increased the experience and loot from red terminals, which I think was probably needed. Worked on a smaller new endgame feature codenamed Superhero Synergy. Now they don't tell us anything about this. It's just a new endgame feature, but Superhero Synergy sounds like maybe different heroes working together could synergize, which is something that a lot of players have been asking for. We can only hope. Again, they don't tell us anything, so all we can do is speculate. They said for launch in late July. Worked on a 5v5 PvP mode based on our favorite MOBA map. Now, if you guys don't know, MOBAs are like League of Legends, Dota. This is something that I talked about with David Brevik months ago when we did the interview before the game came out. He wouldn't really go into detail, but I mentioned that I've always wanted to see a MOBA in action RPGs. It looks like action RPGs really lend themselves to the MOBA genre, and I think it would be a great form of PvP because it has the PvE mix in there. And he wouldn't say anything, but he did say, "Oh, that'd be cool, huh?" Which usually means, "Yeah, we're talking about it." And looks like there was, because they're working on it. This is so awesome. I'm so excited to try MOBA in an action RPG. I've just been waiting for someone to do this. I think it could be really good, and the PvP has been kind of lackluster in Marvel Heroes. I think we can agree. Worked on a new endgame PvE mode codenamed Infinity Gauntlet. Infinity Gauntlet, Endless Dungeon, maybe? He said, funnest thing ever. You decide. I hope so. Players have been asking for endless dungeons from a lot of different action RPGs, mostly Diablo 3 and Marvel Heroes, and it's something that they've talked about, so I'm hoping that that's what Infinity Gauntlet is. Some kind of just endless gauntlet of waves of enemies. I think it could be really cool, but we'll see. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. Did a little work on Torch, worked on floating combat text. Floating combat text is something that I'm really excited about. I don't know why. It just feels so much more badass to hit something and big numbers come up and be able to keep track of your damage. I know a lot of you guys are excited about it too. They're trying to make it look a lot better than it did in closed beta and be more accurate. I think the numbers are going to be more like comic book style numbers, which could be pretty cool. Worked on new itemization for endgame players. No details there, but that could be cool. Worked on a new PvE open world zone. Maybe that's like an endgame, but open world. I don't know. The open world zones do seem to be a little problematic because there's so much lag and stuff. Maybe that's just me. Worked on a tech to add health bar optional to bosses so you can see what's going on in Limbo. It's pretty cool. Increased the size of bosses by 25% so you can see them better in group settings. Good change. Reduce a couple of the most expensive crafting costs. Flintlock pistols. I don't know. Black Panther tribal hands cleanup. I don't know what that means either. But overall, really exciting stuff. I cannot wait for these things, and I'm so glad that Gazillion is so transparent with what they're working on. I think they just have a really good relationship with the community, better than what I've seen from any other company, I can say. They're really good at talking to us, letting us know what they're working on. I think all of us really appreciate that, and this is exciting. Okay, so, and then That was Thursday. Sunday, they gave us another update. I won't go into detail about this, but there's a link in the description. They just give us a little bit more details than they did previously, but nothing really new. And then there's a lot of Q&A. This is on Reddit. It was all pulled from the forums, but there's a link to the forums if you want to see it there as well. Also, this post came out this week. I thought this was just hilarious. Auto bans for kicking parties. So what they say is there's been an issue where people have been kicking their party members out of the game right before a boss dies or right after it dies so their party members can't get loot. Now, all the loot is instant, so they're not gaining anything from this. They're just being a jerk. They just think it's funny, and apparently they've been bragging on the forums about it. But the response that Gazillion had is awesomely hilarious. Let me try to find what I say. Anyone who has done the kick entire party after boss dies but before they can loot, even once, will be banned. The first offense will be a mandatory 1-year ban, and the second offense will be a lifetime ban. That's crazy. Now they say that for soft exploits, exploits that are their fault, they don't like to do hard punishments. But this is a time where people know they're griefing, they are purposely being jerks, and they don't want to take it lightly. I've never seen a company be this serious about griefing. I think it's pretty cool though. I mean, the one worry, of course, is that someone accidentally kicked their party and then they get banned for a year. But they did say no honest players will be banned. It's easy to see the difference. So we'll see. We'll see how well. But they think that they can very easily find the people who've been doing this on purpose and not penalize anyone who did it accidentally. They say if you here, like if you or someone who did this and you publicly post a sincere apology in this thread, I will reduce your first offense ban from 1 year to 1 week. So you can still get out of it if you already did it. But he said, if not, you might want to make a new account because all your stuff's going to be locked. There's your last chance to get the stuff out of your account. And in the future, no warnings. You do this, you're out. I thought that was just hilarious. I can't believe how strong of an action they're taking on this. But I don't think many people are going to sympathize. The only people that are going to sympathize for the jerks are the other jerks, and we don't care about them, right? So it was just a hilarious post. I'll post it in the description so you guys can read it too. But way to go, Gazillion, being hard on the jerks. And let's just hope that they're right, that they really can pinpoint the people who are doing it intentionally. And the last thing I want to share with you is, as you've probably heard, their Star Spangled Sale. So from June 28th to July 8th, they're having a big sale on all of their heroes and costumes and even retcon devices to celebrate the 4th of July and also Canada Day, I guess. There's big discounts on all the heroes and costumes, but mostly Captain America because of the 4th of July and Wolverine because of Canada Day. I didn't know Wolverine was Canadian. That shows you how little I know about the Marvel Universe. I apologize to any big fans, but it looks like a pretty cool sale if you're thinking about buying some heroes or costumes anyways. Now's definitely the time to do it. So I just want to share that in case anyone missed it. So again, really excited stuff going on in Marvel Heroes. I can't wait for these upcoming patches. Thank you, Gazillion, for telling us what you're working on and getting us excited about the game. I think you'll see me play a little bit more Marvel Heroes once these patches come out. So I hope to see you on the live stream. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that subscribe button if you did, and I'll have another one for you soon.